Hello everyone, my name is Brett and sometimes I wear a beret. Today I bring you a look at the World Tech Warrior Havoc in red and green. These are basically the same blaster, except the green one glows in the dark. So if any others exist, they are the exact same internally. World Tech Warrior isn't very well known. I had to look up a lot of the blasters online because I had no idea what blasters they even had. The Prime, the Renegade, the Havoc, the Venom, the Javelin, the Nomad, and the Phoenix were the ones that I did find. All those names are also followed by Motorized Dart Blaster or just Dart Blaster. So this is the Havoc Dart Blaster. Spring Pump. Yes. And the reviews I'd seen so far for some of those blasters were pretty lackluster. I wasn't really willing to shell out some money to pick those up then, even though they had some cool shells. Nice shells, poor performance. But I thought, hey, these are single prime pistols, most likely, and maybe there's some potential with them. Even if they are lackluster in the beginning, perhaps a good mod could help them in the end. And as far as prices go, this red version was $12.99, but I picked it up for just over $7. And the green one is originally $14.99, which I picked up for just over $9. So not too expensive, but not cheap for pistols. And if I have to compare them to a Fire Strike, which was $10 when it originally came out, solid performance, very comfortable, for me at least. If we compare it to the Fire Strike, we'll know very quickly if these are worth your time. Now the green one also comes with glow-in-the-dark darts, as well as this wrist-mounted dart holder. And mine was conveniently not even zip-tied in the package. I don't know. On the side here I have some very crumpled instructions. Oh my. Oh. Good lord. Compatible with most common size foam darts. Well, that is a good thing. So real quick, this dart holder for the glow-in-the-dark version snaps together. Little honeycomb up there. Take that out. And when I turn it on, oh my gosh! Oh, jeez! That's actually pretty bright. That's uncomfortably bright. Included darts are just a little bit shorter than Elite's. The foam's a bit thicker, but most off-brand foam has been so far. And they fit in here pretty snugly. This is actually kind of cool. I could wear this for dart storage, and it charges those darts just like that. Wonder how well they glow, actually. I don't know. Firing the blaster, very simple. Load in one dart. That's how much it sticks out. Prime. Fire. The glowing feature on the trigger pull just activates LEDs on the blaster. Looks like there's 3 green ones, maybe 1 or 2 blue, actually, just around the trigger. No LEDs inside the barrel to make the darts light up in the barrel. So I guess the idea is you charge them here, then you load your glow dart, and then you fire. Alright, glow in the dark. Pew, pew, pew. That is really bright. I'm having so much fun! So playing around with this blaster for a little bit, I have these things to say. The handle is a bit small, but when I compare it to something very small, like the Baron, you'll notice that it is a bit longer, and it's also chunkier. So this is not going to alienate all hands. For me, I have smaller hands, and this fits decently. I have some space on it still for a little bit more. It feels pretty solid, so I like that. Honestly, this feels fine for me. The pullback does not actually catch my hand either, so I'm thankful for that. The trigger pull is very, very light. At the very end, you can feel it engaging the switch for the LEDs. You can actually prime it and fire. You can actually prime it and fire without activating the LEDs if you're careful, but it's not too big of a deal. The batteries for the LEDs are included. right here in the handle. There's a tiny little flip-up sight in the very front. Woo. And it says World Tech Warrior, so you know what it is. I really do like the look and feel of this blaster in my hand, so unfortunately, the main thing that you want to know, how does it perform? Well, it's not great, unfortunately. I can, after playing around with it for a little bit, I can easily say that this is getting the same performance as this Maverick is getting. Sometimes better, sometimes worse, but it's not spectacular. You're looking at 20 feet flat, 30 feet angled. There's no huge difference when it comes to thicker foam darts versus thinner foam darts, like Waffles versus Elites, really. All in all, they're all kind of just lackluster. So this does not have the initial performance that you would want out of any blaster. Especially if, once again, I compare this to a Fire Strike, which is much smaller. The handle on a Fire Strike is a little bit smaller. Obviously it's a bit thinner profile too, but this Fire Strike could outperform the Havoc, well, any given day. It's no joke. So cool looking, but lackluster performance. Exactly what I expected. But there are lights, woo! And the Red Havoc, same exact deal. Oh wait. Oh, well, there are lights in this one too. I guess they all have lights. That's a thing. Same little dinky sight. These ones have blue and green, I think. Yeah. Okay, I couldn't tell because on this one I could see the batteries pretty easily. I thought this one was glow in the dark because it lit up. I was wrong. It's just the glow in the dark wrist attachment is what makes that one a glow in the dark blaster. Yep, that sounds about right. But same thing with this one. Comfortable for me, maybe not as comfortable for larger hands, but performance-wise, just not there. That one actually, you can hear a little bit better, but still not very impressive. So the question remains now, can these internals be salvaged? Is there any hope for the Havoc? Let's find out. So opening up this blaster for the first time is not an enjoyable experience. The back comes off just fine, however, you have to pry off this piece, and this piece with a sharp edge like a knife in order to access the screws underneath them. Once you do that, you can finally open it up. Where's the actual plunger tube? This is not it. That can't be it. That can't, no. Here is a Nerf dart. That's how far in it goes. That's the plunger tube. Look how small that is. Oh my gosh. Wow. Jeez. This is tiny. There's no potential here, is there? Taking out the air restrictors is not going to save this, and the spring diameter I checked is smaller. The Maverick spring is snug inside of this, so it won't work. So anything larger than that doesn't function, which means that there is very little option for this blaster in terms of upgrades. You can also see here, there's the button with all the LEDs. So you push that, you get your light show. Looks like there's one, two, 3, and then those are all the greens, and then 2 blue ones just above the trigger. Well, shoot. That's disappointing. That's really disappointing. I thought there might be room for a little bit larger internals with the size of this shell, but I guess I was wrong. In conclusion, unfortunate, but expected. The Havoc, no matter what color you get, is pretty to look at. If you have smaller hands, it could be very comfortable to hold, but just does not have the performance and most likely mod potential to keep up with any blaster these days. so it could be fun for playing with in the house, but honestly, you can buy much smaller items that perform much better nowadays, and you're gonna get those from Nerf, or Busby, or Dart Zone, almost anyone. So, if you think these are good props, go for it. I can highly recommend them. They look awesome to play with too. But beyond that, I think these are just gonna fade out of existence. Yeah, that range claim of up to 65 feet is still eluding me. I don't know how they get those. Oh well. That is all for today. Thank you very much for watching. After this, I have one more blaster from World Tech Warrior to show off in all its glory. But until then, I will see you later.